Jai Hind students. So today we are going to start a new chapter, that is the MySQL. So students, this is a very important chapter for the class 12th exam. This chapter has the more weightage in comparison to the other chapters. So this basically MySQL is a relational database management system, and this MySQL is a language, structured query language, which is used to uh, give a query through a command to the server of MySQL. And after receiving this command by the MySQL server, it accesses the data stored in the database of the MySQL. And generally, you can say we give our query and it gives us the result. Then how to get the result? This we don't have to worry about in the MySQL. So just only we will ask that I need a data of students who got more than 80 marks in the mathematics. So MySQL will provide the students provide the data of those students who got more than 80 marks in mathematics. But how the MySQL provide this, we don't have to worry about it. So what is the MySQL? So MySQL is a relational or database management system, and it is based on the structured query language, which is the popular language for accessing and managing the records in the database. So first of all, we will focus on what is relational database management system. So students, database management system is of two types. One is called the flat database, other is called the relational database or management system. So MS Excel, what we are using and what we have used, that is a flat database. So in that Excel, we create so many sheets. So each sheet is a table only, comprises of rows and columns. But in the Excel, we don't have a provision that we can generate a query which can give information from more than two spreadsheets, which having a common column. So basically, we can say, students, suppose we have a one Excel sheet containing the student information, and we have another Excel sheet which contains the student marks. Now, if I want to fetch only those, I want to make a new sheet, I want to see a new sheet, means new Excel sheet, new table, which contains a few columns of student information table and few columns of a student marks table. And also they show me only those records in that table. There should be only those records which fulfill the criteria of my query or condition which I have imposed. So that power is not having the Excel database. And this power contains the relational database management system, which is the MS Access also, and which is the MySQL. So in the MySQL, we can link more than one tables, and this linking done with the help of making one or more than one columns in the tables are common. For example, in the student information table, we can make one column admission number, and in the student marks table also we take admission number, and these two columns will be common for both the tables. And through this, we can link these two tables. So this MySQL student is a open source and free software. Open source means can be accessible by all. Free software means we don't have to pay for this license. It is supported by the Oracle company. Our MySQL includes this MySQL. In this will study all the topics of MySQL database, which gives you the information how to manage the database and how to manipulate the data with the help of the structured query language queries. And these queries are, what are the queries? How to insert the records in the table of a database, how to update the records, delete the records, select records, create tables, and drop tables. So now we will focus on what is database, student. It is very important to understand the database before learning MySQL. So database is an application which stores the organized collections of records. It can be accessed and managed by the user very easily. So in the database, student, the records are called the rows. So these data are stored in an organized manner in the rows and columns. So here the data are stored in the organized manner in a table format, and the tables contains rows and columns, and each table having the indexes also for the fast searching to find the relevant information very quickly. So each database contains some distinct application programming interface for performing database operation, such like MySQL Workbench. I'll show you that is the GUI based through which we can create the database and tables, manage access and searching the data and it stores. Today, many databases are available like MySQL, Sybase, Oracle, MongoDB. These are database, relational database, SQL Server. Now, what is MySQL? MySQL is the most popular database management system software used for managing the relational database. It is open source database software which is supported by Oracle company. It is very fast, scalable, and easy to use database management system in comparison with the Microsoft SQL Server and the Oracle database. It is commonly used in conjunction with the PHP scripts for the backend coding. If you want to connect your website with this MySQL database and server, we use the PHP script file for creating a powerful and dynamic server side or web-based enterprise application. So this is a developed, marketed and supported by the MySQL AB company, a Swedish company, and is entirely this MySQL software is written in the C programming language and C++ programming language. So how it is pronounced? MySQL. That is called the MySQL. MySQL. MySQL is not the MySQL, it is MySQL. However, you can pronounce it in your own way. Many small and big companies use MySQL, supports many operating systems. So student, this is the MySQL workbench. And this MySQL works with the client server architecture. I'll show you in my system. So students, for accessing the MySQL, let me type here MySQL. So this is the MySQL workbench you can see on this. This is the MySQL. So we have to open this one. So when you open this, we'll get this interface. It will ask you the password. When you click over here, it will ask you the password. Enter the password. Now, this is the interface. So this is the interface you are seeing. Over here, we create a database. Here we have a different commands here to create a new database. You have to click over here, and here it will ask you the name of the database, asking new schema. So here, let me give a new database name student. I'm giving here student, the name of the database. And after that, just you have to click on the apply. Now, click on OK. Now here it will show you the command, create schema student. This is the SQL command. This is called the SQL command. And when you click on the apply, now your student database is created. Finish. Okay. So now this is created. Now another way is also there that how you can access it. So next, students, I'll show you that how we can access the database through the command prompt. Another way you can access the database with the help of the command prompt. So just let me type here CMD. So this is the command prompt. So in the command prompt, here just we have to type the command MySQL -u root -p. When you press the enter key, again it will ask you the password. Enter the password, and after that you will be able to access. Now this is the MySQL prompt. Now the first command, the simple command we'll see here that we write to show the databases existing in this MySQL. Show databases. Semicolon. Now see, these are the databases present in the MySQL information schema, MySQL performance schema, Sakila and student. Just now I created this. This is also a visual here. Student, you can see just now I have created. Now, if you want to use any database, so let me write use Sakila. Sakila is the name of the dolphin. use Sakila. Now database change. Now I am in the Sakila database. Now here write the another command, show tables. Show tables. So it will show me all the tables present in this Sakila. See, these are the tables. Now I want to see the contents records of in this table. Suppose I want to see the actor table. So what I have to write? Select command, select star from table name. Table name is what? Actors. So now this are actor table containing two rows. These are the rows of the actor table. You can see over here. This actor ID, first name, last update 4 columns are there and 200 rows are there. Okay. Similarly, now we can describe also. If you want to see the structure of this table, write the command DESC table name actor, DESC actor, and see this is the description of this actor table: field type, null, key, default, extra. Okay, so students very soon will learn how to create the tables. So this is the way how we are accessing the database to the command prompt. Now let us move on to the okay. Now students, here you can see that how this MySQL works. It works in a client server architecture manner. Client sends the request to the server MySQL server. MySQL server will access the data from the database of the MySQL and give the response to the client. So as now you have seen through the command prompt, we have typed the command that show me the records, all the records of the actor table of the Sakila database. So that is a query, the command we given to the client, to the command prompt, to the MySQL server, and MySQL server has processed that information by request and give us the reply by creating a query table, and that query table we are able to see on the client machine. So the working of the MySQL database. So MySQL creates a database that allows you to build many tables. You have seen that one table I created a student to store and manipulate the data and define the relationship between each table. Clients make requests to the GUI screen, so that MySQL Workbench is the GUI screen or command prompt by using the specific SQL expressions on MySQL. Finally, the server application will respond with the requested expressions and produce the desired result on the client side. Just now I explained you, the server receives the request and process it, and after that give the result to the client. A client can use a MySQL GUI, it is Workbench, or we can use the through the command prompt also, command line client also. So this I have shown you already. Why this MySQL is so much popular? Reason: MySQL is the open source database, nothing to you have to pay it. Anyone can access it, anyone can install it, so you don't have to pay a single penny to use it. Second thing, MySQL is very powerful program, students, that can handle a large set of functionality of the most expensive and powerful database packages. MySQL is customizable because it is an open source database and the open source GPL license facilities. Students, programmers can modify the SQL software according to their own specific environment. MySQL is very quicker in comparison to the other databases. So it can work well even with the large data set also. So if your data set is very huge, it can work on the 1,000, 10,000, or at least 1 lakh records also. MySQL supports many operating systems with many languages like PHP, Perl, C++, Java. MySQL uses a standard form of well-known SQL data language, which we are going to study. So MySQL is very friendly with the PHP, the most popular language for the web development. MySQL supports large databases up to 50 million rows. How many? See, you can create 50 million rows in a table. So the default file size limit for a table is 4 GB. You can create a one table of 4 GB, but you can increase this if your operating system can handle it to a limit of 8 million terabytes. If your operating system can handle the 8 TB size of the table, so you can increase this limit also this much facility. So that's why it is called scalable. That's why it is called MySQL is scalable. So this is all for the today students. In the next class, we'll study about the history of the MySQL. Thank you for your kind attention.